Please note that all lines will be muted. With that, I'll turn the call over to Secretary Perdue. Please go ahead.
Well, thank you very much, and thank all of you for taking time out to join the call this afternoon. We've got producers, users of H2A labor. We've got our state directors and secretaries and commissioners of agriculture. We've got Farm Bureau representatives, as well as many from congressional staffers of agricultural states as well. I want to thank all of you. And this is an urgent call because many of you are aware that in response to the global pandemic last night, the U.S. Embassy and consulates in Mexico announced that it has suspended routine immigrant and non-immigrant visa services starting March the 18th, that's tomorrow, until further notice. The U.S. Embassy and consulates will continue to provide essential consular services to U.S. citizens as well as emergency visa services. We want you to know that we are aware of this. We've gotten several contacts, and we are aware of the concern this has caused for you users and the impact it will have on farms across the country. And we are moving this to the highest levels of U.S. government. We're working with our partners in the State Department and the White House to minimize any disruption in the H2A workforce space. In a positive step, the State Department has announced that the consulates in Mexico will prioritize the processing of returning H2 workers who are eligible for an interview waiver. That means those workers who have had H2A or H2B visas that have expired in the last 12 months that are applying for the same visa classification and who did not require a waiver last time can have a telephone interview and waiver for an in-person visit. We're also monitoring U.S. consular activity across the globe, and we are aware of suspension of activities in the U.S. embassies in South Africa and Jamaica at this time. So in South Africa, the State Department has informed USDA that they will process the H2 applications as emergency, and employers should request an emergency interview at the consulate in South Africa. Jamaica has had a confirmed case in the embassy, and they are taking all necessary precautions. Currently, they have ceased operations but expect to resume limited operations in April. And we expect the interview waiver flexibility to apply once they resume operations. So we continue ongoing to work with state and the White House to provide even more flexibility to allow processing of H2A visa applications on an emergency basis as we continue to navigate and to prevent the spread of COVID-19. And while we all move forward together, USDA has set up a specific email address to H2A concerns. And if you have specific concerns, if you have situations that you need to inform us of regarding challenges in this area, listen closely to this email address, and we will be responding to emails at this address. It's aglabor@usda.gov, aglabor@usda.gov. Additionally, please monitor the embassy websites for the relevant country, and additionally, we will be providing any notices as we get them, any update on our farmers.gov website. That's farmers.gov/manage/H2A. farmers.gov/manage/H2A. I want you to know that we are aware of this and we're working as hard as we can. And we chose this method to communicate to all of you who have concerns in this area rather than trying to respond individually with calls coming in. But we're going to do our best to work with our federal family, the DOL, Department of Homeland Security, and State Department to address individual concerns during this ongoing emergency. So I appreciate your patience, and if you will use the email address, once again, aglabor, AGLABOR, @USDA.gov to express any individual concerns or problems there. We will be responding back to that email as quickly as possible, as quickly as we have other ideas and other addresses, and stay tuned to the website at farmers.gov/manage/H2A, and we will provide any upgoing information as quickly as we get it from Department of State and any change in the situation regarding the consulates and the embassies. So thank you all for your patience. I know this creates some anxiety here. We're indicating that for our food production in this country to continue, we know these workers are necessary. You know they are, and we are going to do everything we can to make sure that we get through this situation as quickly and efficiently as possible. I want to thank all of you for being on the call today to hear this, and we will look forward to communicating to you going forward, probably with the website, but if we need to have another call that's really relevant information, we'll convene you again on a conference call. So with that, I want to thank you once again for what you do day in and day out. I want to thank you for producing the food that our country needs, and we look forward to continuing as we go forward. So thank you very much, and we'll end the call at this time.